Hello YouTube, Mewtwo here with Wonder Boy on the Sega Master System. And you might be thinking to yourself, hey, wait a second, didn't you just do this like a few weeks ago? You'd be right, I did. But this isn't the same Wonder Boy, and I've accidentally started. This is actually a mod of that game, Wonder Boy, by Logbomber on the Sega 8-bit, Sega 8-bit forums and SMSPower. And what he's doing is trying to make Wonder Boy more in keeping with the other games. Now the gameplay itself is going to be largely similar, but you might notice that there's a bunch of hearts on the top of the screen instead of the vitality bar. And what he's done is he's removed the kind of timer aspect of the game and given you a health aspect. And so the fruit is now just more points. I think milk still gives you vitality or gives you back your hearts. So when you hit enemies, you lose your hearts and that type of thing. And bonus! I forgot about that. I didn't get it in my last video. So here we get to see the first bonus. No, you don't want to get the handbag again. You want to collect the hearts. The handbag basically brings you out of here. Oh well. I think you're meant to collect all the hearts. I suppose it might seem a bit confusing that you're collecting hearts and it's not changing your health. But of course Wonder Boy wasn't designed to use hearts as health. And if your girlfriend's able to just all of a sudden magically fly into the screen, why couldn't she just save herself? Seems a bit pointless. But anyway, the reason for doing this mod was, as I was saying, Logbomber kind of felt, as had many said, that like this game really stands out in the Wonder Boy series. After this, it goes all pseudo-medieval, and the game mechanics change to a more kind of action RPG instead of this kind of more straight-up platforming, with the exception of maybe Monsters Lair, the platforming shooting hybrid. Of course you can still get your doll bonus. So this game is in a way a bit harder because, well, in some ways a bit harder, some ways easier, depending on how you look at it. Now when you lose your health, you can't just get it back by eating any random piece of fruit, Yoshi's Island style. But no, Yoshi's Island didn't give you... So I'm thinking of Yoshi's Story on the N64, the one where you had to collect loads of fruit to complete the level, but it didn't actually give you health when you collected fruit. Whereas, of course, now you're not pushed to keep running through the stages and you can actually practice your jumps, which, I don't know, helps on the platform game. Oh, the skateboard still sucks. I think he's planning on making further changes where the skateboard might be like a different type of item. That'd be pretty cool. Especially if it could be more like a shield or something more in keeping with the later Wonder Boy games. It's a pretty interesting mod to do as well because it's sort of rewriting history, or rewriting the Wonder Boy 1 history to me in keeping with how West 1 proceeded with this series. It kind of feels in some ways though a little George Lucas-y. It's like, going back to A New Hope and the original trilogy to make it fit in with the prequels. Oh seriously, Wonder Boy was always meant to be medieval. Next up, let's change the sprites. Now I think this is version 3 of the mod that I'm playing, or 0.3. So I'm not too sure how often he plans to update it. But it's always good to have an excuse if nothing else to go back to Wonder Boy. As I said in my last video, it's kind of one of those things you kind of get into a trance and just keep blasting through, once in a while. And after playing it, I kind of, it was okay. Last time I died there, but I just wanted to play a bit more. Oh, shite. I was too busy talking and just ran right off the edge. And I've been doing quite well actually before that. Doll bonus. This seems to be going pretty okay, actually. No round bonus. I presume you only get round bonus if... Oh no, you do get round bonus for your health. I'm always impressed by the effort that people go to when making mods to games. You often see, particularly the games like the Sonic games and the Mario games, there's a lot of modders out there. You know, that requires a lot of dedication. I mean, people call themselves a fan of a series because, you know, maybe they buy the game and they play it. It takes quite a dedicated fan to decide, you know what, I'm going to reprogram the damn thing. And yet, even though I know I don't need to collect this fruit, other than for points, which, you know, it doesn't really matter without the vitality. It's kind of like an old habit. I just can't not collect the fruit. And just as I can't not want to avoid the skateboard. It's even less useful now because, well, there's no timer. So you can take your time. I mean, that was the purpose of the skateboard, other than looking rad. I always think when I see a black background in an 8-bit game, particularly on a Master System, but same was true in the NES, that, oh, a big sprite is going to appear, where they're going to use the background tile as a sprite instead of a background. So if you look at kind of big boss enemies, even say something like Wonder Boy 3, you often fight the bosses with a black screen. Oh, sugar. And the reason for that is because the boss itself is actually the background. Which is a clever use of the technology to overcome the limitations of sprite sizes. And I think people are always much more impressed when they see a massive boss. So, let's see. Shall we go for the doll bonus? Yes. Hey! So definitely, it does kind of change the feel of the game ever so slightly, being able to take your time and not feel like I gotta keep running. And probably for the home console, is a better game than that kind of arcade mechanic of wanting to drain down your credits as fast as possible. Ordinarily, I'd be inclined to end the video around now because I've done Wonder Boy very recently. There's nothing really new to see, but I just can't help keep playing the damn thing. That's a great complaint. It really is. I mean, the content itself is going to be the same. Although maybe there's a very ambitious mod, adding new levels and whatnot. It'd be particularly cool to add in levels, I suppose, or even just change the graphics to be more in keeping... milk, more health. To be more in keeping with the later Wonder Boy games, Monsterland and The Dragon's Trap, that type of thing. Ooh, what's S? Sega! There was a Sega bonus. Oh, damn you, Froggy. You caught me out. Oh, I was lucky to get over those. I think you're meant to really bounce on the spring. Damn it! Do 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 do. Come back! That baddie seems a little pointless. I guess I must be near the boss. Yep. It'd also be good to change up the bosses so that they weren't so repetitive. And even if they were dragons, that'd be awesome because, well, Wonder Boy often fights dragons. It's a bit like Skyrim. In many ways, this is like the precursor. Yes, go around slaying dragons, collecting dolls, putting pots over people's head. I think Skyrim might be a bit bigger. Oh, dang it. Anyway, I should really leave it there, because I'll just keep wanting to play this. And I've kind of done and seen everything that there is to say about Wonder Boy twice now. Well, at least this Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy will return. There's great games on the system, and I will want to play more of them. They're all addictive, really. Oh. Yeah, we leave it there with the last doll. So yeah, check out Logbomber's mod. It's a good game. It actually gives it a kind of a different feel, and you definitely approach it differently. So it's one to look for. Thanks for watching as always. Please comment, like, subscribe, that sort of stuff. And until next time, hopefully it'll be something new soon.